Best friends Greg Heffley and Rowley Jefferson are about to enter middle school. Greg gets advice from his older brother Roderick on how to survive middle school. Figuring that Rowley's childish tendencies will get them bullied, Greg tries to urge his friend to grow up, almost telling him about the cheese, but decides against it, not wanting to scare him too much. Before long, the first day of school arrives, and Greg tries to help Rowley adjust, though both end up shunned by the majority of the students, mostly due to Rowley's somewhat childish antics, which includes the use of the word play over hang out. Nevertheless, they manage to avoid scraping the bottom of the school ladder. On Halloween night, Greg and Rowley are forced to take the former's younger brother, Manny, with them. While at first annoyed, Greg realizes that Manny's adorable pirate costume allows them to acquire a large amount of candy. Eventually, Manny and Rowley become tired, but Greg insists that they continue on and take a shortcut through Snake Road, despite his mother Susan forbidding it. They encounter a trio of teenage boys who begin to mock and chase them with water balloons down the road. The younger boys manage to evade them by tricking them into driving their truck into a ditch and make it home right on time, only for their candy to get spoiled by Greg's father Frank, when he mistakes them for teenagers and dumps water on them. Manny then outs the Snake Road incident to Susan, and Greg is banned from playing video games for a week. Later on, while playing Rumble Trike, Greg accidentally breaks Rowley's arm. Susan discovers this, but chooses not to punish Greg any further. Instead, she encourages him to do the right thing and be a good friend to Rowley. Greg instead tries to take advantage of Rowley's broken arm, only to be ignored more by the other students, who dote on Rowley and demonize Greg for breaking it in the first place. Greg attempts to take a different approach and become a cartoonist for the school paper. Rowley takes an interest in a scrapped idea of his, in which the punchline of every script is "Zooey Mama," but Greg insists on the new one he drew, urging Rowley to make his own comic instead of working together. Greg's entry gets him accepted as the new cartoonist, but the librarian butchers his comic, making his classmates mock him. After Greg resigns from his position, Rowley's comic, which features the stolen phrase, gets accepted, causing the boys to argue and break their friendship. Rowley befriends a boy named Chirag Gupta and starts seeing him more often. In an attempt to get back at him, Greg decides to hang out with Fregley, an incredibly strange and unpopular boy. Greg has a sleepover at his house, but is immediately put off by his weird and freaky behavior. Fregley eats a candy bar from Greg's bag and becomes super hyper, chasing him with a booger and forcing Greg to hide out in the bathroom for the remainder of the sleepover. The next day, Greg and Rowley confront each other and are urged to fight by the other kids, only for the trio of teenagers to return to get revenge on the boys. The teenagers force Rowley to eat a piece of the cheese and are about to force Greg to do the same, but are saved by Mr. Underwood, the school's gym coach. The other kids return to see what has transpired. To protect Rowley, Greg claims that he was the one who ate the cheese, causing everyone else to run from him in terror. Greg and Rowley resume their friendship as the former quickly realizes that having the cheese touch is a blessing, as it forces everyone to give him and Rowley space, as well as a personal lunch table to themselves. Greg and Rowley are now back best friends. Now, that is the end of the story. Watch out and take care.